the state of my current sewing cupboard. It is awful, I know, and it definitely needs tidying. So I sew and run my business out of my bedroom, and I've used part of my wardrobe as kind of my sewing cupboard, storage space for all my fabrics and my products. But unfortunately it's been a bit unloved and currently looks like this. So I want to tidy, clean and organize this and actually make it usable for my business, because currently it's just a dumping ground where I just shove things in. Okay, so up the top we have like 3 big tubs. I'm pretty sure this one is all my like uni stuff, so that's not important right now. I'm not too sure what's in these 2. And in that corner there's like some clothes that I've been meaning to sell on Depop for like 2 years. We have a ton of hangers. I started hoarding them for when I started sewing again, so when I do like corsets and tops I can hang them up. But have any corsets or tops been made? No. Is there any hanging room if there were? No. Okay, these 3 little tubs, 2 of them are scrap fabrics. One of them's just random fabrics that I just haven't put back in their home, so they just come in here instead. This little bookshelf down here filled with fabrics and upcycle projects. Random pile of clothes which need to be hung up. Behind me, this bag is just filled with like a fleece material. There's my overlocker, and then there's just a bunch of random stuff. Moving down here, I've got my old TV. In the bottom 4, we have tubs filled with fabric. And then in all the green boxes, it's a mix of products, things that are half made, things that are cut out, things that need to be made, things like that. The sewing cupboard area is now completely empty. I've also given it a wipe down with a cloth just to make it a little bit cleaner. So now we have to move everything back in. There is so much stuff. I did not realize how much was actually in here. I also want to organize the products in the crates as well. This one's obviously not organized, but I think this one is animal prints, assorted prints, and there seems to be a couple of polka dots maybe. So I'm gonna quickly organize this one. This one is now organized. I also have space, which is nice, but I think there are some prints missing. So this one is animal prints, some miscellaneous prints, and then all my like polka dot sort of prints. Okay, this next one is already nice and organized. This is all my floral prints. I recently restocked this and organized this. And then the next is satin scrunchies, which definitely need a restock. This is very unstocked. So that is all the satin scrunchies I have at the moment. Definitely need to restock. I am thinking of doing a bit of like a sewing marathon video where I sew a bunch of scrunchies just to get my stocks back up, because that's not gonna last me very long. The florals and the satins are my best sellers, so it's probably better to keep those 2 together. I actually have one more crate of scrunchies, and these ones are patchwork ones. So these ones are just made of like scrap fabrics. I tend to do them by colors just to keep it kind of similar. I think I'm gonna put them with my satins for now, but then later I might move them around when I make more stock. I don't even think these patchwork scrunchies are on my Etsy, so I definitely need to get those up, get those sold, because there's some really cute ones in there actually. Okay, so now in this empty one that I have, I'm gonna put in all the coin purses that I made in the last video, kind of organize them all in here. I'm hoping they will all fit. There's all the coin purses. I think it looks really nice actually, and there's room. And I reckon I can fit another row, so when I make some out of different prints, because these were just florals, once I make them out of other prints, I can put them in here. Okay, this next crate is filled with strips for scrunchies that need sewing. This is crazy. I'm not too sure what to do with these just yet, so I'm just gonna put them on the side. Okay, next we have a mix of things. I'm not completely sure what to do, so I'm just gonna put them with the scrunchy things. This last one is more finished products, so we got like pencil cases, some book sleeves. There's also my clearance items from when I made things different ways. Let me show you. So we've got like my old book sleeves. So they're not quilted, they're just open at the top, but now I quilt them and I have like the zipper at the top. I decided to put the book sleeves and the pencil cases together just because there isn't much of each right now. I got my clearance. I changed around the color of the boxes just so they all kind of matched, otherwise it would kind of get to me just a little bit. And then these 2 that are like slightly different colored, I'm gonna keep them as like things that need sewing, just so that's kind of separate from all my finished products. Okay, that's what that's looking like. There will be another crate with that one in the corner there, so it would look identical. Okay, so this first one is like my bigger pieces of fabric scraps. So they're kind of just like bigger pieces like this. Then this last one is filled with even smaller scraps. It has a paper bag in so it doesn't like get like threads on the actual box. I try to be as sustainable as humanly possible because running a small business, you make a lot of waste, and there's already so much waste, especially like fabric, textile waste in the environment. It is something I'm really passionate about. So like all my threads, all my off-cut pieces, and I cut them into really small pieces and I keep them in a jar. This is my waste jar. I just basically cut everything into really tiny pieces, as you can see, keep it in the jar. So it'll come from these smaller pieces. And I use it as stuffing for assorted whatever I make, I guess. So for example, this year I want to make my own Christmas ornaments for my Christmas tree. So this is a little ornament that I made and it's filled with fabric scraps. I've made some progress, so I want to share. So I've moved the bookshelf in, put the boxes on top. I've got a bunch of like empty boxes that can eventually be filled with things. Here I moved all my sewing patterns. Okay, box number 1. Okay, we have a ton of old jeans. This is to cut up to become other products. I got into a patchwork denim sort of phase at some point. So this is what all this is like a thrifted denim to make that, like tote bags and stuff like that. But there's a lot. Let me, no wonder it's so heavy. Oh my god. Yeah, so this is all Jesus, this is all to upcycle. So let's make some things out of denim, I guess. We also have some other like upcycling things in here. There is more denim. There's some white denim and some like really light denim. Oh my gosh. This is a jumpsuit that I've had cut out for like between 5 to 10 years. Like I'm not even exaggerating, and it's never been made. It's been a few days since I recorded those last clips, but the cupboard is done. It's definitely going to be a bit of a work in progress sort of thing. Like as I keep expanding, it'll probably keep changing, but for now I think it's going to work really well. It definitely looks a lot better than it did. It still looks cluttered, but I think it's just going to look like that because there is a lot of stuff in here. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour, but keep in mind this will probably change in like videos to come. So if you see it looking different, that's why. Okay, so starting with the tubs up here, this one is all my clothes that need to be sold on Depop. This one here is all scrunchy tubes that have been sewn. This box here is full of just extra fabrics. It is mainly like my personal fabrics that I have for projects in mind. And then that last one up there is all the upcycles. As you can see, it is bursting at the seams. I definitely need to get sewing with that one. Coming down here, I did keep a lot of the hangers just to keep me motivated to actually make some of the products. Then in these 2 boxes here is just things to be sewn. Coming here, we have my little fabric scraps, my bigger fabric scraps, and then extra fabric that does not fit into my fabric boxes. We have important documents there. We have patterns, extra sewing bits, some scrunchies that I'm not too sure what to do with yet because they're like one-offs. We have a box of zips, empty containers, some of my thicker batting. We have scrunchies, we have book sleeves and pencil cases, coin purses, clearance, and then my trial products there as well. And then all of these 4 down here are filled with fabric. I know this video wasn't sewing related or directly linked to like my small business, but thank you for watching if you did. I had fun organizing this. I have quite a few videos planned and all of them coming up are sewing or business related. So if you're more interested in them, they are coming, I promise. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Bye!